my name's Christine and I'm a life and executive coach. And today we're going to be talking about finding enjoyment while working on difficult tasks. And before we get into today's video, I just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. I came up with a strategy or a series of tips today to help you navigate those challenging tasks. And it's worked for me so far, so I'm hoping that it'll work for you. The first thing to note is that it's important to figure out your style. And what I mean by that is what hours of the day you're most productive. So for me, I'm a morning person. Some people love to sleep in and they find that they're productive in the afternoons or the evenings. So it's important to figure out when you're most productive and schedule especially difficult tasks during those productive hours. The second thing is make a list of 3 things that you're going to accomplish throughout the day. When you're making that list, you have to make sure that they're realistic. They can be done during that day. So let's say you're working on a big project, figure out what piece of that project you're going to do during that day. And you want to make sure they're things that will move you closer to your goal. And how you can do that is you can depersonalize. For instance, if I'm making a list for the day, as opposed to saying work on our strategy or apply for XYZ job, I'll just say go for that run or apply for that job. And it gets you in that mindset where the thing that you're going to be accomplishing today is a stepping stone that's going to get you closer to where you want to be. The third thing is to create an environment for success. It's especially important when you're working on a difficult task. So you might need to relocate your office space temporarily to accomplish what you're going to be working on. So for instance, if I'm working on something difficult, as opposed to working on my desk, I might choose to work from a couch and even put a blanket on me if I'm doing some writing. The next thing that you can do is you can play music. Studies have shown that playing music can increase the enjoyment of a task by 34%. So let's say there's even a space in your house that you're planning on having to organize. Playing some music can definitely help with that. And introduce those creature comforts. So if there is like a snack that you usually like to have, a glass of wine or a tea or something to increase the enjoyment of the activity and make it less stressful. The next thing is use mind tricks. And this is something that I think is so valuable is oftentimes whenever you need to do something, the hurdles aren't necessarily physical, oftentimes they're mental. There's something that's called the Pomodoro method, and the Pomodoro method believes that you should work for a period of time, set a timer, and then take a rest. The other thing is whenever you're sitting down, just think about starting the task. And hopefully then you won't have all this pressure inside you trying to figure out how you're going to finish it and how much work you have to do. And if starting the task is even more challenging, just think, okay, I'm just going to look at the task. I'm just going to open it and I'm just going to sit here for a period of time. Once you start, you'll notice that you start to get on a roll. It's important to take a break before that roll feeling goes away. You've reached a point where you're starting to lose concentration. Pomodoro, they say it's about 25 minutes. It might be less or longer depending on how long you sit at a task and how much you're getting done. Because you remember, it's about creating enjoyment of the task. So in your head, you start to shift your focus on, oh my goodness, I have to do this task, to, hey, I'm doing this task, it's not that bad. And so it's important to take a break. So when you return, you remember it wasn't that bad. I still have some energy. Let's keep going. And then it's about knowing when to stop. So sometimes you'll reach a point where you've taken breaks and felt refreshed, and then you come back and you can't. The creativity is not there, or you feel like you've just hit a pretty significant roadblock. And at that point, it might be time to stop. And it might be time to stop for a little bit longer than the short breaks that you've been implementing, or it might be time to just completely change your environment for a bit. And depending on the urgency of those tasks, it might be something where you look at the task and you say, okay, look, like I accomplished the little thing that I put on my list, and that's it. That's all I can work on. Or I didn't end up accomplishing as much as I thought that I could today. Maybe I'll revise it to for tomorrow. So tomorrow when I create my list, it's going to be more realistic. So I'm hoping that if there's anything that you take away from today, I'm hoping that you can find enjoyment while working on difficult tasks. So figure out what your style is, make a list, make sure it's only 3 things that you can accomplish today, create an environment for success, use mind tricks to help you along the way, take breaks, and know when to stop. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you like what you heard today, please like and subscribe. And also, I want to know how you find enjoyment while doing difficult tasks. So if you have any ideas that you'd like to share with other people, please put them in the comment section below. And if you have any questions on what I talked about today, I'm constantly looking at the comments and I'll be sure to reply as soon as I can. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.